What is up? It's 5-star. These are my week 13 picks, and I am sober this week, and I apologize for last week. It's the holidays. In the Thursday game, I'm going for the New York Jets over Buffalo. Now, the Jets defense had a great game, and Revis was very impressive. And the Bills had one of the best offensive games they've had in a while. So I think the key matchup this week will be Revis versus Owens. And I think Revis is going to win that matchup, and the Jets will get the win. In the Sunday games, I'm going for Philadelphia over Atlanta. Now, both these teams are coming off what should have been easy wins, but they both struggled. But I think the key point this week is that Matt Ryan's out and possibly Michael Turner. So I think the Falcons' offense is going to be very weak, and the Philadelphia defense is going to roll on through them, and the Eagles are going to take it. Indianapolis over Tennessee. Now, the Titans have been on a hot streak lately, winning the last 5 games. But the Colts win the last 11, which would be all of them. So I think unless the Colts go easy on them because they already clinched a playoff spot, which I doubt they're going to do, I think the Colts put an end to Chris Johnson and Vince Young's dominating streak. Denver over Kansas City. Now, the Broncos impressed me last week, pretty much making the G-men their bitch. And Kansas City looked disgustingly terrible, getting their asses handed to them by the Chargers. So I think if Broncos come out this week and play like they did last week, this one is going to get ugly. New Orleans over Washington. Now, the Redskins came very close to beating the Eagles last week, but they just couldn't close it out. And the Saints, yeah, they proved me wrong. I thought the Patriots were going to put a better fight than that. But I admit that Drew Brees looks fucking perfect right now, and his arm belongs in the Smithsonian. So I think they're going to take the momentum they have, ride it into the playoffs, and they're going to crush the Redskins this week. Pittsburgh over Oakland. Now, the Raiders finally found a quarterback that doesn't turn it over as much as Russell did. But I think this week you'll see Gronkowski turn the ball over at least twice. And I think that the Steelers' defense will get great field position for the offense, and they're going to get the win no matter who the quarterback is. Houston over Jacksonville. Now, the Texans, week after week, come close to winning, but then they just blow it. But I think this week, they're going to get an early lead, they're going to hold on to it, and they're going to completely shut down these Jaguars. Cincinnati over Detroit. And this one's a no-brainer. The Lions have no offense, no defense, no special teams, no coaching, and I bet you the cheerleaders even suck, if you're lucky. But Cincinnati is going to be on autopilot this week, and they're just going to cruise to the W. Carolina over Tampa Bay. Now, I almost went with the Bucs in this one because I don't know what the hell is wrong with these Panthers, and I can't put my finger, no pun intended, on what it is. Now, I don't know if it's Delhomme throwing so many picks I can't even count, the lack of the running game we saw last year, or if it's just the defense not being able to stop their opponent. But I think the Bucs are an easy enough team that we should see the Panthers do really well with or without Delhomme and this broken finger. But who knows? Maybe I should have went with my gut. Chicago over St. Louis. Now, the Bears really didn't look too good last week, but they were playing the Vikings, so you can't hold it against them. And the Rams, they didn't look too good last week either, but they haven't looked good all season. So this week, you should see the Bears snap out of their 4-game losing streak and put a world of hurt on the Rams. New England over Miami. Now, I don't know who came to play last week for the Patriots, but it's definitely not the team I'm used to seeing. And this week, they go into Miami and face the Wildcat. But they proved in Week 9 that they can stop it. And I think this week, they're going to get back on rhythm, and they're going to stop it once again, and the Patriots are going to take it. And they better take it, because they have a small lead going into the playoffs, so if they want to go, they better win. San Diego over Cleveland. Now, the Chargers are looking very dominant. They scored 106 points in the last 3 games. Now, it's been against pretty crappy teams, but still, that's impressive. They're not even scoring less than 30 points in each game. So I think this week against the Browns, they might even score 50. San Francisco over Seattle. Now, the 49ers finally looked like a real football team last week. Alex Smith looked great. He kept his focus and made good throws. Frank Gore did his part, and the defense was amazing. Now, they should keep this momentum going and take out the Seahawks and move their record to 6-6. Dallas over the New York Giants. Now, earlier this season, the Giants ruined the brand new stadium opening for the Dallas Cowboys. So So I think if the Cowboys beat the Giants, that should put a nail in the coffin for the Giants' playoff hopes. And that would be some sweet revenge. And with Miles Austin playing the way he has, and the Giants playing the way they have, I think sweet revenge is in the Cowboys' future. Minnesota over Arizona. Now I watched Favre play like he was in his 20s last week, and his receivers made some big catches. Now if Adrian Peterson can stop fumbling and putting the ball on the ground, I think this team can go all the way. And the Cardinals, well, they're coming off a dramatic loss to the Titans in the last few seconds of the game. And Warner should be back this week, so it might make a difference, but it probably won't, because Jared Allen's a man beast, and he's probably going to give Kurt Warner another concussion. And in the Monday game, I'm going for Green Bay over Baltimore. Now the Packers straight up beat the shit out of the Lions last week, which isn't that big of an accomplishment, but they looked good. And Baltimore, well, they beat the Steelers, but barely, and that was a third-string quarterback. So I think this week, Green Bay is going to keep on going with what they've been doing, and they're going to take out these Ravens. And those are my Week 13 picks. Sober this time. So let me know what you thought. Maybe I was better drunk, maybe I'm better sober. Who knows? It feels like I'm better when I'm drunk. At least then I have something to blame when I get them wrong. Send me your picks, and I'll see you next week. Drunk or sober, who knows?